Hello friends, welcome back to Laravel 11 tutorial. Last day we discussed about the project folder structure and we discussed all the things. In this video, we are going to discuss about Laravel routing. Okay, so the first question is, what is Laravel routing? What are the purpose of routing and why we need that? And there are lots of questions. Okay, so very simple. Laravel routing defines how the application responds to the given request URL. Means here you can see my server is running, and if you check here, so these are the path, actually these are the URL, and we are entering from here. This is the HTTP request. Okay, so I am just entering and this page are opening. Okay, that means if you check the route section, so I already discussed about the routes are web.php. Okay, so inside the routes folder we have web.php for web page development. So here you can see this is the slash. So this slash is the base URL. That means this is the root URL. Suppose your application is example.com. Okay, so these are the base path. After that, if you write like this, example.com/home, so this is the home route. Okay, these are the base URL and this is the part of the URL. Okay, so this is the base URL. Okay, so that's the reason actually this page are opening, means we are sending HTTP request and here it's taking and the response is coming from here. So simply if you just return here welcome, then you will see the page will not open, it will just open the welcome text what I actually send it, right? That means from here it's managing the HTTP request. So if I just write here home, then if I click on this link is not present. So that's the reason it's showing 404 not found. Okay, so now if I just use the home here, and you can see the welcome is coming. So from here all the HTTP requests are managing. So now the thing is, we don't have discussed the model controller view. Laravel is following purely MVC structure, but we don't discuss about that thing. Okay, so in the next tutorial we may come on controller, or we'll discuss some deep knowledge on Laravel routing. In this video actually we are going to discuss the basic routings so that you can start with Laravel, and after that I will discuss about the more advanced features, more the way how we can handle with route. Okay, so this is the basic things. So here routing helps to direct HTTP request to the appropriate controller or to the functions or to the closer functions. So in web.php we can see the route. This is the keyword to use the route. Actually this is the class we are using, the illuminate support facets route, and this is the gate. We are requesting from this URL, so we are directly hitting the URL. That means it's actually the gate request, and after that the path of the URL, and you can just go to the another controller or another functions. So here we are actually using the closer functions. That means the function has no name and just creating, and we are adding some codes here and just destroying here. Okay, so that is the reason it's called the closer function. So the function scope is only these two lines now. Okay, so simple way, it is the part for opening the web page. Okay, so that's enough to learn or start with the route. Okay, now the thing is, if I go some normal PHP page, suppose your page name is example.com and you have a home.php, so you will run these things home.php, but in Laravel we can hide that thing, so we cannot understand what language is actually using. We are using the routes instead of this direct file. So this adding another filtering of HTTP request. Okay, So here you can see the slash home and return welcome. So I just undo what actually the default setting. Now I just going to create some things, means you can say the return view welcome. Okay, so if you check inside the resource section, there is a views and you will get the welcome.blade.php. So whatever we are getting, so if you just go to the base URL, so this page, whatever we are getting, actually these are coming from this welcome.blade.php. So I just remove all the things, and here I just writing just like this. So simply write welcome. Okay, so inside the tag I just write welcome. Now if you just refresh this, we are getting the welcome. Okay, so in this way we are just creating some another function. Suppose in application, suppose you have some like home and then about, or you can say the contact us or author, AUTH over author, and these three. Okay, so I will just create some example, and here I just write about. Actually I will create the about.blade.php. so what is a blade, I will discuss later. Actually this is the templating engine, so that is the reason we are using, means blade is a blade template engine, so there is some another benefit we will get if you use .blade.php. Okay, so I will discuss later on that topic. Okay, now I am creating author. Okay, so simply just go here and create about. Okay, so new file about.blade.php, and then just click or create actually the author.php, author.blade.php. Okay, so just copy from here, paste it and just write about, and here just write author, and I think another is present, that is the home. Okay, so I just creating another. Okay, it will not take much time, so simply write new file home dot blade dot php, and here write home. Okay, so now you can see just click on here, so we can see the welcome, and if you write home, so we are getting home, so this is the route. And if you just write about, you will get the about, in the same way author. Okay, so all we are getting. So this is the basic routing. Now I just going to add some dynamic features. So these are the known route, state card route you can say. Now if I just going to add some dynamic routes, means there are lots of user or student or anything. If you are going to create any application in a table, there are multiple data can have. Okay, so suppose we are going to modify user, or we are going to check the proper user from out of 100 user. Okay, so how can I do this? So suppose we have an author like you can say John. Okay, I just going to fetch the author is John. Okay, so simply just write author, and to make it dynamic I just pass John directly here, so we can see the page is opening. This is the author. So this is the static example. So if I just write going to another name, means author John, and another I just going to add author Somu. Okay, so this time it will not work. That means if I have hundreds of author, will I create the hundreds of this type of routes? Actually this is not possible. So that's the reason we need dynamic routing. So how? So suppose you are writing the variable, that is the user or author, whatever you want to add. This is the so this will present inside the curly braces. So that means it will become dynamic. Okay, now if you just refresh this, so author is coming, and just write John, its author is coming, means these page are working. Okay, now how to handle that request means I want to check which author is this. Okay, so to pass this parameter means I want to pass this parameter and I want to display that things into here. So how can I do this? So to pass this, simply we can pass this variable here. Okay, and simply write echo $author. So just refresh this, you can see John. Nice. So this became dynamic. And if I just write show more, this is my name, so it will showing. Okay, now the next question, so we can see from here, but if I just want to print like author colon the author name, okay, so how we can pass? So to pass this, simply just create an array. So return view author, and simply I am creating array, and here I just passing the name $author. So we have a variable name, that is the author, so I am passing the author. So now if I just going to print that things or going to access that things, so simply you will get access very easily. So simply write h2, inside the h2 just write the variable $author. Okay, and we are going to access the variable. So this is the normal text. So here I just want to print the variable. So this is the syntax, double curly braces open and close, and inside there we are just going to add the variable. Okay, so this is actually the blade syntax, means if you want to write in the PHP, so simply you will write in this way, $PHP open and close, then echo $author. Okay, so this also works, but we are learning Laravel, that's the reason we need to use this syntax. So easily we don't need to write much and we are getting the same output. Means if I just close this and just refresh, so here you can see internal server error. Actual my mistake is we are sending $author, but we are passing this actually as a name, so we need to print the name here. Okay, and here also. Okay, so now just refresh this, so you will get the author and show more. Now if I just write here John, so you will get author John. And if I just use the blade syntax, so simply just use that things and you will see the same output. So just refresh here, so you will get the author John and author some random Jack. Okay, so we are getting here as it dynamic. So up to this is clear. Now the problem is if I just remove that things, so these are not found. Actually this route are accepting this should come. Okay, means this route should have the first parameter and second parameter, two parameter are accepting. Okay, so this is the reason it is 404 not found. So this is the parameter, but it is a mandatory parameter, means if you don't pass that thing, so it will not find a page. So I want to make it optional parameter, means how to become it as optional. So simply just add the question mark here, and by default I am passing no name. Okay, now if you just refresh this, you will get author no name, and if you just write here John, then you will get the John. That means when we will not pass any second parameter, still this route will work, and it's showing no name. Why no name? Actually I set as default, means if I not got anything, will get print that is no name. So as it's become the optional parameter, so sometimes this may be come or may not come. So there's a reason in the function scope is the closer function scope. We just passing the default parameter as a no name, default, not default parameter, actually default value as no name. Okay, so that's the reason it will work. Now another thing, so we are just creating the individually all the things. Okay, now in Laravel 11 we are getting another features. What are the features? If I just not going to write any closer functions, and if you want to just going to redirect, or if you just going to open any blade directly from routes, we can use that. How? So simply route and just call the view method. So this is the route method actually, and here simply write contact, contact us. Okay, so simply contact. Okay, and now here you can write here your page name. Suppose you write just contact. Okay, now if you just going to create another file, a new file, contact dot blade dot php, and here I just going to write contact us. So directly if you just hit on that URL, directly it will open the view. Okay, so here we are just going to create a closer function, and then we are returning view. Here we are getting the view directly from the route. So this is the route functions. Okay. Now I am just going to create another page. So inside the welcome.play.php, so I just going to create some menu kind of thing. So how we can actually redirect from the blade file, I want to show you. Okay, so simple, I just going to create a ULI structure for quick design. Okay, so just write li and /li. Okay, and just going to create an anchor tag, so href, and just write here slash. So for slash we know what happened. So for slash it is welcome or base URL, you can say. So where I am writing, okay, welcome.php. So here simply write welcome, or you can write here, okay, no problem. And in this way just copy. So here just write home, and simply just write author or about. Okay, we are just going to make 2-3 example. So how we can redirect about, and then author. Okay, so just 2-3 things. So simply just go to the main page, so we can see the menu is appear. So if I just click on this welcome, it will go to the welcome.php. If we just go to the home, so it's direct to the home page and about page, okay, and the author page. Okay, so in this way we are we can actually, so in this way actually we can redirect from one page to another page. Now the thing is, if I just going to use some Laravel syntax, so how can I do this? So here you can write in this way also. So just write here URL slash. Okay, so now just refresh this. So click on welcome, so it's going to the welcome page, and in this way just write author, about, and home. Okay, so in this way if I just going to refresh and click on home, still it will work. Okay, so still it will work. Actually these are called URL routing. Okay, so another way, so URL means whatever we are getting in this URL section, we are just writing from here. Okay, now another thing, so if I just going to name route, if I just going to use name route, how can we use this? So here I can write in this way, so simply write name, here just write welcome or short name. Okay, so well, and then write name home, then write name about. So basically this is the name route, means we are using URL routes previously. So let's give some time to write this. Okay, so we are using the URL right here, URL route here. So now if I just going to use the name route, so simply to use the name route, simply write here route. So these are the functions. Actually in interview, interviewer can ask what is the difference between the URL and the route in the routing when you call from any blade. So here these are the name is well, so we don't need to write in this way, so simply write well. So we don't need any slashes previously, so just write this in the, so simply refresh, so click on home, still it's working. So these are the another method of calling routes from the blade file. So this is the route, this is the name route. So these are actually same as this, means if I just write here welcome, and if we just refresh this, it will get error. Okay, so you can see internal server error, will not define. Actually we are calling the well from here. So if I just write here well, then you will write here well. So these are calling name from the web.php, means from the routes. Okay, so there are another kinds of HTTP request, lots of requests here. So we are using basically the GET request, but additionally if you check, there are post, put, patch, delete options. So you can understand from this, a post for to submit some things, means for adding, then put, patch for delete, there is options. Okay, so these are the HTTP requests you can use. So whatever you will use as per your HTTP calling, you will define in this way, means if you here just writing get, you can write here post for post request. So simple, if I just going to refresh this page, it will still will get error, because this method is not allowed. Actually we are defining as a get, so we'll get the get request. Okay, so if I call this URL by post, means if you use your postman to post some data, or if you just pass some data by using post method, then you can use this. So actually when we create a API tutorial, we will use all the things easily, and when you're going to create any CRUD application, then we will need all types of things like create, add, edit, delete. Okay, so we'll discuss on that things. So these are the basic routing to start with the Laravel. So there are a lot more things in Laravel routing. I will discuss all things step by step in our upcoming tutorial, and actually we'll discuss all with the next session up to the advanced. So please keep in touch with me by subscribing this channel, and like and share this with your friends, and it will help your friends and also me. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.